Okay, so you're going to hear a lot of narration here, mainly because we did not talk a lot while we were doing a lot of this, because we were all pretty much hands on deck as far as building. So here we go. In these pictures and this little video here, you can see us, we're actually starting to work on the second floor. We're putting 2x10 beams in. We elected not to do the I-joists, mainly because at this time it was very difficult to get supplies. This was kind of right in the middle of COVID and all of the things that go along with that. So that's why we elected not to use the I-joists, simply because we were unable to get the ones that we needed in a decent amount of time that didn't hold us back. So here you will see my father is actually up in the Skyjack lift that we have videoing this here. This is basically just a bird's eye view of us putting the floor joists up and the completed wall. The wall you're looking at right there is a 2x8 wall. It's the only 2x8 wall in the house, because what we had found was, instead of a 2x6 wall there, the 2x8 wall gave us more room for like the gas inlet for our stove, the stove hood, vent, and all those things there. It made it a lot easier to fit those in that wall if it was just a little bit wider. Probably would have been good to go with a 2x10 wall either, but you want to make it thicker than the other walls. And here's just some more shots from below what you're looking up at, and that's the unfinished cantilever that we've got protruding out there. We do a little bit more work, and yeah, they're standing up the walls in the shop also. That's for the bathroom. And here's one of the semi-finished cantilever. It's good and boxed in there, so we've got an idea of how big it is side to side and how deep. Here is just a panning shot of the downstairs, and I'll zoom in a little right here and show you there's the board that we're attaching all these other 2x10s to around. It's kind of an interior band. You'll see Don right there putting that band up on that side, and that's what we use joist hangers to actually hang the wood for the second floor on, to give it more support. And here you'll see approximately half, well, maybe a little more than half of the floor upstairs that's completed, finished, in place. We actually didn't put the joist hangers up at this point. We got everything in place as best we could. Then we went back and put those joist hangers in place. It was just easier that way for us, because putting them in the joist hangers where they were, we just had limited manpower and weren't able to do that, so we secured them on the ends later on. Here is a from the bottom up shot of the cantilever, and you can see there in the middle there's the joist hangers that we started putting up where we joined, and we put that center bar down. We built this in sections, so you have the cantilever section, and then you have the two sides that we put in and put the center beam down the middle of the hallway. It was a lot easier for us to do this, splitting the load and the weight all the way down the hallway as well. And here you can see the stairs that were constructed. We're using that wood, it's 2x10s, to be the stair treads. Now later on you'll see the stair treads. See right there, there's just 2x6 pieces there. We did that so that we didn't mess the treads up while we're still doing construction. So we just put it on one side of the stringers there. But as you can see, it's very, very steady. We used that same Avantech flooring right there for the landing. We had the leftover, so we figured why not use it there as well. It's not going to hurt anything. We ended up gluing it down too. Here's another shot of that wall with the cantilever and us putting, I believe this is where we started putting down the Avantech flooring. Yeah, you can see it right there in the tractor forks where we pull in. This is the reason we left this wall out here, is because we were able to drive in with the tractor, as you can see here. Now this Avantech is pretty heavy stuff, so we weren't able to just put everything on one load and drive it in with the tractor, because the tractor would not physically pick it up. But we were able to take several pieces of the sheathing and just drive in to the living room area and do as you see here. Just take the Avantech on the forks of the tractor and raise it up to a level that you could reach on the cantilever. Now we had to be very, very careful, because this load still is very heavy on the tractor, so we had to be very, very careful here. But as you can see, we're inching our way closer to the cantilever, and then we're going up a little higher. You can see my cousin right there in place, kind of looking to make sure. We just wanted to clear the bottom just barely, where we could just slide those off and then lay them on the floor upstairs. See here, they're just high enough for him to be able to slide one off, not having to pick it up or anything like that. Just try to strain himself. It just simply slides off onto the floor and makes it much easier to handle upstairs. And that's pretty much it for this video. Here's some shots of us just putting the flooring up there, and a couple when we get it up there to get it put down. So be sure to stick around for the next video. Like, subscribe, watch, and we'll see y'all around.